Crikes is in. Hello. Fighting over the crown already, you pair. So what I thought might be fun is if we jump into one of these practice servers and have a little run round until we start getting a few people in, and then I could start up the race control server, Sim Racers Arms one, and then we can take it from there. So what do you think, gang? Are you all fired up and running and ready? And I've got my Lamar shirt on. Oh, P1, there you go. Shall we jump into one of these practice lobbies that hasn't got quite so many people in on a track that I know? What about Fuji? Are you up for a bit of GT3 at Fuji? Niblick says hi, Craig. Craig says hi, Niblick. Well, there's GT3 at Interlagos with just one per fire up straight away into our lobby. What do you think? Let me know, gang. Niblick's determined to keep the crown. Oh dear, you do make me laugh. Number one. Shall I just sit here and watch you pair fight over the crown? Oh dear. So what do we think? Do you want to go straight into one of our own lobbies, or do we want to go into one of these on screen? Let me know. Stop. You see, if you reply, you'll be able to fight for the crown instead of just fighting. Just to say, I was number one once. You're still number one. I can't even do anything because we are stuck at 75 XP for 10 minutes. Yes, never mind that, Craig. So shall we go into one of these? If so, which one? Or do you want me to start our own lobby? What do you want me to do? Let me know. Otherwise, I'll just make up my own mind and we'll do something completely different. So yes, we are testing and trying and getting our head around the new tyre model. There's not much to get around really. It feels very similar to the previous one, just a little bit softer in places, a little bit more wiggle room, shall we say. See, this is what I have to put up with. They're not helping in chat, are they? Unless they're still booting up the PCs. I'm going to jump in to this Fuji one. Maybe wait for some more people so we don't use your credit in the yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. So we'll just jump in this stay line or stay in server. You're more than welcome to jump in. I am, of course, going to go with the 2025 Mercedes. Let's join these boys, bit of practice, and then maybe we can use our own lobby. I've noticed as well a lot of other people haven't been using the best screen grabs for their thumbnails because there's not a proper official photo mode at the moment. There's replay mode and there's some camera options, but it's quite tricky to get the shots that you want. Are you joining us, Crikes, or are you working? Oh, you're coming as well. Yeah, you need practice in it. You may want to tweak the setup as well. So the biggest change for me that I really do like is this new car setup with all the essentials straight to your fingertips. What I would have liked to be squeezed in here somewhere is the one I keep changing, is this max pedal force. That would have been really nice to be in the basic window. However, I can cope with that. Oh, question mark, question mark, question mark. Welcome along. You're keeping us guessing, are you, question mark? Say hi in chat. Do you have to pay for the lobby on LMU? Yes. If I host a lobby, I have to pay for it. It's not massively expensive. It's just not what I'm used to, is it? We normally get it free, don't we, in AMS2. The other thing as well, it's fixed setup in this one, so we're going to have to manage. If it's fixed setup, we're going to have to manage the understeer that comes with this car. Let's get going. Let me know if all the audio is okay, because I had the gameplay a little bit quiet last time. If you want me to turn the gameplay up or myself down or something, let me know. Though my volumes don't look too bad. Maybe I'll just boost that a little bit. How's that? You're going 100% brake pressure. I have, since the new tyre model, I have had to tweak my force feedback just a little bit. Not a massive amount, just a bit. So we're in a practice lobby to begin with. There's a few people in here, more than I thought there was going to be. And you're more than welcome to jump in. I mean, we could spend the live stream for the next couple of hours just jumping into other people's lobbies. Shall we find the lonely people who are on their own in a lobby, and we could jump in and surprise them and raid their lobby? Proper understeer on these cold tyres. Oh,
you can't park there, Dave.
Yeah, I guess they were going to go down the route of something similar to iRacing. I mean, it is the one to. I mean, I'm not a fan of the iRacing model, to be honest, because the overall long-term cost of it. However, it is kind of the king of online racing, and I do understand that the servers need paying for. But if we can have some good racing, once we get a few numbers in there. Does my frame rate look a bit iffy? Was it just that car in front of us? So I don't change too much. I mean, we're in fixed setup anyway in this practice lobby. I don't change too much regarding what you can tweak on board. I did play with the traction control a little bit. The only thing I probably will do is put the brake bias back a little bit, just help rotation. But to dial this inherent understeer that's in this great big long-nosed Mercedes, you probably need to tweak suspension a little bit. Probably stiffen the rear anti-roll bar. Maybe experiment with disconnecting the front anti-roll bar. But the understeer is tremendous. That's how I would explain it to anybody who hasn't tried it. It will come as a bit of a shock when you first start trying to get into a couple of corners. I think it'll be a front tyre killer as well, because the amount of understeer you have to deal with. There'll be a little tweak to the car setup within a few days. I think people will complain about it. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for all the likes so far. We'll be running for a couple of hours. We're diving into somebody else's practice lobby. We have got a lobby ready to go once we get a few numbers in. Once we've got enough people requesting our own lobby in chat, then we'll go for it. When I was testing this yesterday, I found that you had to be a bit slower going into the corners than other cars in the class, and then you could accelerate through the apex a little bit quicker. Obviously things like the McLaren and Ferrari tends to rotate quite easily because of the engine placement. Probably somewhere along the lines of the Porsche with the accelerating through the corner, where obviously the weight distribution is completely different first spinner.
Lap 1:45.99.
It's also worth trying a little bit of mid-corner left foot braking as well. I was experimenting quite a lot yesterday, and I found that it just kind of hooked up the inside front wheel on a corner and just kind of pulled you around a little bit, but it's a bit of a practiced art. Yeah, I find the Ferrari and the McLaren are quite nice for me and my driving style. I haven't got the hang of pushing early enough on the tyres to get heat into them. There's that fine balance on cold. Oh, I've missed the braking. Oh, neutral will do. That whole rotation. Yeah, that haven't quite got the hang of the cold tyres yet and pushing early enough. So just very gently left foot braking just to keep it tidy through there and not washing out too far. As you will see, I am not the fastest LMU driver. Not yet. I plan to be. We all have plans to be the fastest. See, this carrying so much understeer. I'll be all over the apexes in the McLaren or the Ferrari. Yeah, its front tyres are wearing already. Crikes, the FFB, I really don't like the FFB in this car. It's not too bad for me on my setup. I did have to tweak it, mind you, for the new tyre model, like I said earlier. way too... Hello. Way too early on the throttle coming out of the turn 1 for Kane. So feathering the throttle doesn't really work either. It tends to work in some cars, but it just wants to push forward. It may be a bit of diff playing with the diff, the preload and stuff like that may help with some of the push understeer, but this is a fixed setup lobby, so we have to drive around these problems. Losing time on that exit as well. Just nothing, no grip at all there. Car behind struggling as well. Just so these are on fixed. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to send the brake bias back a bit further. I struggle to feel the scrub of the front. Yeah, there's none at all. It's once the tyres on this, I get it with the other cars in LMU, it's not just these, but it's very pronounced in this. Once I go into understeer, it's just like you've slid on some butter. That's how smooth it feels. So just going and going, and you can't feel when that buttery slide is ending either. So they need to introduce into the tyre model some sidewall vibration as the tyre scrubs across the track, and then have a gentle fade as the grip starts coming. Well, depending on how you see, I'm gone. Front left's just roasting. So it does still need some work, this car, especially in default fixed setup. Yeah, you do what you want to do, crikes. The multicoloured McLaren. The new liveries are quite nice as well. I'm not keen on that livery behind. I mean, if he was to punt me, what am I supposed to say? It was the orange, yellow and blue, red, cyan McLaren that got me. Arse cooler going on. Did he just say arse? Yes, I've got a seat cushion that's full of fans that blows air. Ooh. Go and look on the channel from about a year ago, or probably more now, and you'll see what I'm on about. I did a video about it. Right, I don't know whether you picked it up on YouTube then, but I had a big stutter just as I was coming off the apex. Spinners. Surprised the Macca's going so much. But I think it sounds okay. I think they've done a good job of modelling the interior. Nobody really struggles with bad modelling of cars anymore, do they? Especially when they're in partnership with a lot of the manufacturers.
You can't park there, Dave.
I would like in LMU as well, individual car force feedback gain. It's not there, is it?
Lap 150.
Swapping car, try the Macca. It's the only car I have. Okay, so pushing the brake bias quite far back has helped into turn 1. I need to attack it a bit better the next time round. And the Ferrari can push a lot further into this corner on throttle. So I think you got to get performance out of this Mercedes in its current setup. I think you're going to end up finding a way to kind of slide it on the way into the corners, just to get that rotation, and then you're just going to start destroying tyres, I think, especially in default. How are we all out there? Early live stream, going for a couple of hours. We will try the Valkyrie at some point as well if you can find a lobby. But if there's enough of you jump into chat and you want our own 15-minute quali and race server, I'll set one up. Tyres are complaining. Still complaining. Get round, get round, get round. Didn't want to do it. We were nearly catching up with our fastest lap, but we are on fairly worn tyres at the moment. I'm not keen on this slow refresh of the car. I know there's a button you can map in your settings, but I don't know why the game doesn't automatically refresh. I don't know why we have to do it manually. Oh, what's with the netcode? I had netcode issues over the weekend as well. Right, we'll do another lap on these tyres and we'll swap out the tyres. I'm currently just experimenting on worn tyres with the brake balance.
Time 146.29.
I'm running considerably more fuel than the cars around me on the leaderboard. Oh.
You can't park there, Dave.
Oh, look at it. Look at the understeer. Oh, come on. Oh, the front tyres again toasty as well now. ABS to 6. I'm not really having issues with stopping the damn thing. It's getting that bite, initial turning bite, and then carrying speed through the corner. Any like speed that you try and carry, just it's washed away by this buttery, smooth, greasy understeer. I'm now resorting to using first gear to get the rotation. I'll give it a try.
Time 1:45.46.
Why is it not letting me adjust it? Oh. Maybe a setting also changed the behaviour under braking, not just more or less. Yeah. Can we get this car to move around at all? No, hang on, let's just try. Make sure we're not in anybody's way. Why can't I adjust those settings? Normally when I go onto my keyboard I can adjust those. Oh, I'll do it back here then. Nope, didn't want to do that. We want to change tyres. Here we go. Yeah, let's put wets on the back, mediums on the front. We should get plenty of rotation going into corners then. Why is it? Crikes, he's mixing it with the fast boys. Don't make me go and get my Ferrari. Yep, there we go. There we go. Hello. Am I really the fastest Mercedes? No, there's got to be somebody else in a Mercedes at the top of the tree. Proper sketchy through there. Might have gone too far with the ABS setting.
You can't park there, Dave.
Oh. Alright, calm down, get round. Too slippy. Way too slippy. Right, we go one more. Let's see if that helps with my balance. We'll put that back up. New boots. Let me just check on. Task manager. I'm going to need a human pit stop in a minute already. Can't believe it. Wow. Okay. I've never had that before in LMU. It's pretty much using all of my 32 gig of memory. Uh, 80% GPU, 97% memory, 65% CPU. That's interesting. Never noticed that before, and we're running on somebody else's lobby. There's another glitch then. So I've probably done 15 minutes of driving in this Mercedes up until today.
You can't park there, Dave.
Oh, that was a weird glitch on the force feedback then. What's going on? Oh, glad to see Mr. M. Kun has got himself high up in the leaderboard in a Mercedes. Yeah, I prefer the Ferrari as well, if I'm completely honest, Crikes, but we've got to give this new stuff a try. I think you should get yourself back in the Mercedes, do plenty of laps, and get your speed up in the Mercedes. Hello. I've made the car very twitchy and nervous now. We are still on not so cold tyres. Clever I span there originally as well. A 143 in the Merc. I'm miles behind you. What did you do in the Ferrari? I'll tell you what. The brakes are interesting in the Merc. Yeah, people aren't going to drive this Mercedes in its default setup. Yeah, the Mercedes brakes really, really well, even with my sketchy setup that I've got.
You can't park there, Dave.
Oh, he's moved up to fourth. Still a long way off the other two.
Time 1:52.31.
Commentator's curse. We'll press the button properly this time. The brakes are so good in the Mercedes. That's the turning point. In a word, Chainblade, no. There is nothing been done to the force feedback from what I can tell. And this car makes it feel worse because of the exaggerated... Ah, another glitch. The exaggerated understeer. Understeer, understeer, understeer. Understeer. Understeer, 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 understeer. Understeer, 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 under... remember in RF2 when you used to adjust the seat, you used to go seat, or mirror, or whatever the noise was. What they need attached to the tyre model is understeer, being repeated as you travel through understeer. I've made this Mercedes very nervous now. Why is my keyboard not affecting anything in LMU? It normally does. Oh, the back end wants to come round. Understeer again. Oh. Peekaboo, how's it feeling? Afternoon, man chatters. How are you, Peter? Quite a few people have said it's definitely not a 1.0. No, it's not. I've got glitches, I've got performance issues. The force feedback's still missing loads of information. I just get... See, there's nothing... You know you're in an understeer, but there's no information that you're coming to the end of it, other than the gyroscopic forces. It's just like sliding on a tub of butter. And it makes you don't have confidence. Hello. You don't have see, I don't know when it's ending, and the car behind me's just had a massive wobble as well. But the problem is with this new Mercedes, it's got such inherent understeer. And we're in somebody else's lobby and it's fixed setup, and we can't dial out any of the understeer with suspension settings, so we're trying to do it with ABS and brake bias, and it's made it a very tricky car to drive. But yeah, just understeer, under grip. And it's only when you've spent a lot of time with LMU that you learn what that smoothness means. That's why you see so many people spinning off in the lobbies. Mark, hello, how are you? Hi guys, gutted I can't join today. I have found the Merc feels a lot slower than the rest. It is, it's mild. You look at the leaderboard, it's absolutely... I mean, in my hands, it's nearly 2 seconds off the pace, but even in Crike's hands, it's like half a second off the pace. But it's just the amount of understeer. It's quite surprising after driving all the other cars how much understeer there is there. I found through this fast right-hander, it just wants to wash away as soon as you get on the throttle. However, if you use a bit of left foot braking, very, very gentle, you can kind of get it to not wash out as far. It's an interesting car to drive. I think it is nearly there, but as you've heard me say time and time again in AMS2, with so many cars, this car needs this much more grip. This car needs probably 10-15% grip on the front. That was me too aggressive on the brakes on turning, that was. But don't forget, LMU teaches you very, very smooth driving style. And I am not the smoothest, that's for sure, by a long shot. Having to use first gear just to encourage a bit of rotation into the apex as well. At least I'm not alone. Only 4th placeman seems to have the hang of the Mercedes, and he's 1.2 seconds off Crikes in his Ferrari. But the brakes are phenomenal on this, so whether you try and gain time under the braking, I've not had enough time to work out what you're supposed to do with it yet. Yes, apparently that's what I heard from a couple of sources on the old All My Life. Where he may have had a hand in it, getting it to how he drives it and his style, and then they dialed understeering to make it less kind of snappy and twitchy for everybody else. Because even real-world car manufacturers make their cars, they call it neutral or understeery for safety reasons, because you tend to pick up on an understeer a lot quicker than a snap oversteer. Ferrari feels pretty... Yeah, the Ferrari's nice. Shall we see what else is going on? If there's people in chat who want me to start my lobby, let me know. I don't know whether I'm brave enough. I set it up originally that we all drive Mercedes and all crash into... I mean, we all slide about understeer. I mean, we all race together in the single make. Or shall we jump in with another practice lobby? What do we fancy? Or I'll probably take a different car next. And... Darren, hello, how are you? Peter, not going to lie, that looked... Yeah, the car just... Even with tweaking everything, it's not working very well. McLaren has less rotation in the slow hairpin. Yeah, the Ferrari was good there. What are we doing? We want a practice session. I'm allergic to that circuit, as you all know. Can we do a practice at Monza? And we can have a go in the... oh yeah, we'll have a go in the... If you join this one, we can go in the hypercar and the very noisy Valkyrie. Did you see which one I jumped in, Crikes? Monza practice. There's a couple of spots left. Hello. All good. How's you? I'm okay, thank you, Darren. The Valkyrie is an interesting proposition as well. From the point of view is, it looks amazing, sounds amazing. However, I think the noise might get on your nerves after about 4 hours or a 2.5 hour race. And it's not as quick as the others in its class either. Gonna be a busy track. You like them, Crikes? You haven't tried it yet. For my setup, it feels very, very light until you start getting aero load up. So coming out of the pits and some of the slower corners, the steering is very, very lightweight. Well, what we'll do is... come on. Kick me out. That weren't very nice, was it? Peter, FFB has become a crucial part of sim racing. Forget shiny graphics and shit ton of cars, even sound. If the FFB is not not somewhat decent, yeah, absolutely. I kind of put myself in the 90% sector of sim racers where I've got a modest setup for actual sim racing, and if it doesn't work on what 90% of the people out there have got, it's no good catering for the top 10% of people in the world who've got the most powerful wheelbases. It's just... That's not what it's all about. Let's try again. Well, I'm going to need a quick pit stop. So we'll watch somebody else going round while I run for a pit stop. You love the force feedback in LMU except the Merc. Oh, you know, Crikes, you said it feels very slidey. The Merc, understeer, and you can't feel anything. Well, when any car slides in LMU for me, I can't feel anything. It all feels like you're on butter. Why does it not let me in? Am I missing something? Am I the wrong grade or something to get into this practice lobby? Or is it full? It's a practice lobby. I don't think it's got any grading on it, has it? No. Why does it keep kicking me out? Matt's sighing. Oh, we got half a chance. Yeah, that's the same thing. Same thing, Crikes. This is the other problem as well. Is describing the thing with similar words. But that scrub, and when you go into a slide, it just goes butter smooth. I have zero issues with slides in this game. I think it's the game where I feel the limit of the car. But can you play within that? Don't forget, most endurance races are driven at between 80 and 90% of the car's capability and the driver's capability, because it's an endurance. But if you watch Le Mans qualifying, the Super Pole this year, they were proper moving and sliding and keeping control. If you watch the way some of the drivers coming out of the final chicane in the hypercars, they were drifting out of that corner. Can you drift a hypercar in this, Crikes? When you're doing a quali lap? Right, we'll jump into the watch. Who's out on track? Oh, it's dark as well. Right, first of the BRBs, I'll be straight back. Give me 2 seconds.
To leave the world behind. Search for Sim Racers arms where the calm begins. Mass relaxed world where the real fun spins. Feel the limit, ride the flow. Fair in duels, watch my pace grow. Craigs ahead, Matt close behind. On YouTube Live, we're intertwined. Matt laughs loud, spins during in fight. We cheer in the chat, nothing to hide. Search for Sim Racers arms where the calm begins. Matt's relaxed world where the real fun spins. Feel the limit, ride the flow. Fair in duels, watch my pace grow. Chat's alive, stress forgotten, I feel revived. A racing cure, adrenaline's grace. Each new lap, a sacred place. Search for Sim Racers arms where the calm begins. Matt's relaxed world, where the real fun spins. Feel the limit, ride the flow. Fair in duels, watch my pace grow. Addicted to speed under the digital sky. Thanks, Matt, for the weekly flight. In your world, everything feels right. Thursday comes, and so do I. Addicted to speed under the digital sky. Thanks, Matt, for the weekly flight. In your world, everything feels right.
I'm really into sim racing, and man, it's so cool. But I spent so much money, you might think I'm a fool. My DD wheel is amazing, it could break your wrists.
Right.
But fantastic force feedback requires this rail.
We're back. Yeah, I had to try multiple times, Crikes. Wouldn't let me in. This is one of the best things they did in this update. Oh, brakes. Yeah, we're having issues again. Ah, somebody going out the wrong way out of the garage, are they? I don't know which way to go because one car's just turned right and one car's just on a 3-point turn and gone left. I'm sure we got to go right. You come back again, man. How have I got worn tyres on this car? I haven't been anywhere. What's going on there? Come on, round you go. Hello. Oh, am I on the wrong version? I'm confused. Yeah, once the aero loads up, you can really feel it in the force feedback. But again, it's very buttery smooth and there's no surface texture at all in my setup. Cold tyres, everybody, cold tyres. Can't get wrecked. And there's no detail in that grass. You should be bouncing all over the place in a car like this over that grass. I'm still on cold tyres, mate. What the heck? Something's changed. All I can say is something's different from yesterday, because this does not feel the same at all. I tested it for like half an hour yesterday, the Valkyrie, and I was really enjoying it. And now I can't get stopped and turned in. And the steering's not... Am I on the right... Oh. I'm on the right profile. I thought I was on the wrong profile for a second. We'll get there. It's all good and fine. I wonder how fast you can attack the turn 1. Nearly 200 mile an hour. That's a tiny lift. Oh, you probably don't need to lift. There's that much aero. Okay, overconfident coming into there. How are you getting on, Crikes? I think the other problem as well is the GT3 brakes are so good because of the ABS. The second you get into the hypercars or the LMPs, you start braking in the same manner, and of course really you need to be braking a bit like a Formula 1 car, where you stomp on it at the start to heat the brakes up and then fade out of it as you get to the apex or before the apex. Yeah, Mark, I learnt on the last lap that I can just keep it pinned. You don't think you can. Oh, we've just had another glitch. I think them brakes are warm now. Uh oh, no, can't get stopped. Why is there no sensation of going over the gravel? Hang on a minute, let's just try something. Right, how far can a car roll in a gravel trap? How far? This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. You cannot roll through a gravel trap in any race car. I've seen recovery trucks get stuck in gravel. Let's just demonstrate that again at the next gravel trap. Oh, I didn't plan on doing it backwards, but we'll do it backwards then. No throttle, no brakes. Why is it doing that, everybody? What? Yeah, okay. I'll try one of the setups, but why is it doing this? There's nothing on the grass, force feedback wise. Why is it rolling? In neutral. 7 miles an hour. Oh, I like LMU, and I've said from the very first day I played it, it's got so much potential and I want it to do well. But version 1, you shouldn't be able to roll through gravel. You should get stuck and be stuck there. Yeah, but why? I've not heard anybody else talk about that. And I haven't discovered it today, I discovered it months ago. So what you reckon I need to coach Dave Dell to set up? Let's have a look. Do we know where it's changed? Right, that's probably going to be too high for me, and I'm going to be locking up, but we'll give it a go. Crikes. Which car are you in? You in the Valkyrie, Crikes? Why am I not going anywhere? Oh, here we go. Oh. It was doing that the weekend. But then it was getting completely stuck and I was having to bomb it. Crikes is in the Valkyrie. Crikes, go and get stuck in the gravel. Right, Crikes, if you can get wet, if you can get stuck in the gravel, I keep meaning to turn there. If you can get stuck in any of the actual gravel traps, I will pay for your channel membership today. Go and drive into a gravel trap at 5 miles an hour and put it in neutral. Hello. I was trying not to roll on there, but the gravel let me roll onto there, so I do apologise whoever I've just destroyed. It's not slower though, Crikes. You can go flat out through the gravel and across the grass. Nobody can do the chicane. Somebody else in the gravel. I'll demonstrate, Crikes. I've just done a triple overtake and more than a 720 and destroyed somebody's race just for demonstration purposes. Didn't slow me down, Crikes. Slow, hello, how are you? Right, believe it or not, this is not what I intended to do in this live stream. I did not want to pick holes in this. But this car is not driving like it drove yesterday at all. It was really pleasant to drive yesterday.
You can't park there, Dave.
Hello? Somebody else spun round. Slow, still in practice, yeah, in the, oh man, come on. There's no password. It's somebody else's practice server called Monza Practice. It's quite full. Somebody else can't get around the corner. Look at the amount of skid marks there. Crix, out of interest, have you tried Assetto Corsa Evo?
9.35.
Evo, tomato. Somebody else off. I'm off. Right. Okay, this is going to be interesting now. Why has the game done that to me? Why has the game overridden my Fanatec profile, I knew it felt weird. And now it's messed up the wheel rotation. Oh, come on. Why is it doing this? Oh, man. Track is very cold, by the way. Yeah, it's not the track. What the game had done, for somehow had put my Fanatec driver into auto setup, and I knew it. You know, I questioned about 20 minutes ago whether I was in the right Fanatec profile, and now it feels weird because it's messed other stuff up as well. What I've noticed sometimes is when I'm trying to adjust the force feedback settings in LMU, and I have the Fanatec driver open on the top layer, all the sliders start flicking around as if it's trying to override something. I definitely won't be able to drive it any better. Forgot to change tyres. Mega flat spots. The problem with Evo, Tomato at the moment is there's no tyre model at all. It's all steering rack force feedback, and I know a lot of people enjoy that flavour of force feedback. There we go. I can feel things now. Another spinner. Right, now it feels like it did yesterday. So something weird is going on. Why would the game override what I've asked of my... Look at that, I can get into it. I can get in... Ah. Right, now it's feeling like the Valkyrie of yesterday. It's worth trying again now, Crikes. Look at that, I can use the brakes. I can take the right line. I'm even on completely destroyed tyres because of the spin we had. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We've had a few hiccups, and I have visually got frustrated. I do apologise. I had a very, very bad weekend with LMU. Oh, that feels really nice through there now. Yeah, look. I couldn't do that before. So we probably need to do the Mercedes again now. I'll fix my force feedback. That wasn't broken to begin with, but LMU broke it. But you can definitely go across the gravel at the same speed as being on tarmac. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! And it was literally only the audio cue that let me know I'd locked up the front right. Do you get aero wash in this game? No, you don't. I thought you would have. Where's he going? That threw me. Alright, let's put some fresh tyres on because them are destroyed. Right, let's have a proper run now. Well, we just about got time. Car set up. No. Probably could have left the rears on. And again, the same as the Mercedes, the Valkyrie is modelled really nicely. I don't know, not sure exactly how accurate it is because I've had no time to compare photos of the real thing. But like I said with the Mercedes, most modelling now is pretty good. Oh. Wibbly wobbly. Cold tyres, everybody. I think the engine sounds are right up there as LMU always does. Really good sound. I'd just like a few rattles or creaks in the cabin. Race cars, even carbon tubs, still have things that move and creak and rattle in the car.
But you can't park there, Dave.
Video game guy, hello. How are you? We're doing LMU. I have just got very frustrated with it. It did things that we weren't supposed to. Hello, more crashes. More cars off. Oh, don't lift. Keep it pinned through it. That was my terrible braking, and I was adjusting brake bias while I was driving into the corner, which is never a good idea.
But you can't park there, Dave.
More spinners. Crikes, how aggressive are you on the gear shifts down? My brake pedal's still too sensitive. Trigger's busy, he certainly is. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm a bit happier now I've got to the bottom of why the Valkyrie felt weird. Why did it override my blooming Fanatec settings? Oh my life. Ah. Yep, that hurt. I think I'm missing a wheel. I thought he was driving that way, that's why I went to the right of him. Stop. As fast as I can in big braking zones. Yeah. Because the LMP... Oh, I was on the brakes, so I'm trying to quit. I can't quit if the car's moving, which is a stupid... I think they need to change that. I think you should be able to head back to the garage in a practice session while the car's moving. Shall we try that again, ladies and gentlemen? We'll leave those tyres on. Hello, come on. What are you doing? Why I've got the ring of death. Thank you. Oh, it's not my wing off. Okay. Hello. What was all that about? Right, how many of you guys want to join me in a 15-minute practice? What is going on? We'll do our own. Oh, I'm not paying attention now. I'm really struggling with everything that's happened so far. After the weekend I had, and want to have a good race with you guys. Some people are crashing on purpose. Okay. Pit lane ghost. No. And the problem as well is, until you're out of the garage a certain distance, the track map doesn't come on. And if you're like me, you can't look left and right. And in one of those cars, you can't see anything. You can't see a car coming down the pit lane. You haven't got a pit crew guiding you out of the pit lane. So people crash into you, and that affects your... not in this server, but in a real server. If you came out of the pits, somebody hit you, you would get a penalty for it. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Well, I've got a gingerbread. Oh, we got Crikes' first name as well now. Look. Is it? How do you pronounce it, Crikes? Is it Dorian? Yeah, but I just got crashed into, Crikes. If that was in a daily race, I'd get penalised for that. I've got no pit crew guiding me out. At least in AMS2 they hold you until the pit lane clear. What do we want to do, gang? Do we want to go and do our own lobby if we got crashes in this one? Let's do a test server. Let me set it up. So I'm going to change a couple of things. We're just going to do, in the first one, we'll do 15 minutes at Spa in the GT3s, and you can pick any GT3. We won't stick to just the McLaren, the Mercedes, but I'll probably take the Mercedes. And then the next race, we might just all take the Valkyrie, and then if there's time, well, there might not be time actually. So let me just save that. Server name is YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub. I'm going to start it now. There's only room for 20 drivers. So in theory... Oh, what happened then? Once a server is requested, it cannot be undone or edited, and the credits cannot be reimbursed. So if you're saying, LMU, that you're going to take my money and crash my server, and I can't get my money back, I won't be impressed. Let's see if it's... I don't think it's worked for some reason. Yeah, let's have a look. Server linked. How long does it take to populate the servers, do we know? Or load the server up? Oh, James Baldwin's coaching. Shall we all jump in that? It's probably passworded, isn't it? No, it's an open session. I wonder what he's doing. Oh, there we go. It's there. YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub is the lobby name. It's up and running, everybody. And we don't get our money back, remember. Let's make it a good one. Bono's getting coached indeed, Crikes. Yeah, he is. I like James. I like the way he presents his videos as well. Anybody joining? YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub. I don't know whether it... Oh, yeah, he is, because he was at Silverstone not long ago. And I was talking to one of his fellow competitors who drives a McLaren. Right, I'm getting in the server. I'm going to go GT3. I am going to suffer the understeery Merc for the sake of version 1 release. Come and join me. That's right, Crikes. Take your time. I've mainly driven the Ferrari round Spa. In fact, I was supposed to be going to Silverstone. Oh, I need to check my calendar when that is. Thought that was this weekend or next weekend. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome along. Thank you for joining. Right, let's see what I can do with this. So I think I'll go to number 8, and I dropped that to 5 and left everything else the same. I think we'll drop a bit of that. So we should have 15 minutes of quali, and then a 15-minute race. Everybody, you're more than welcome to join. Oh, we got setups. Wow, I can tweak things. We'll go out as it is. See, I cannot see if there's somebody coming down the pit lane. So what do I do? And I've got no staff. I've got no pit crew to tell me, like, go. I may even leave and come back. It's kept my force feedback settings this time. I may even come out and get the Ferrari or something if I'm not happy with this, but we'll give it a go. Oh, Crikes has gone for the porker. Oh, understeer. Oh, understeer. Maybe you need to look later. Yeah, I probably do need to bind it, but in the hypercar or the LMPs, you wouldn't be able to see anyway, because you can't see a damn thing out of those. if this goes well, and we have a fairly decent race, we may have one more in the Valkyrie. I can't feel a thing on the front end of this. I think Gamer Muscle described it as floaty. I don't call that floaty. It's just nothing. It doesn't even float. It's just like gliding on butter. It's like somebody's been out with some really good quality butter and smeared it across the track and gone, here, Mercedes, understeer on this. Might need some setup. Yeah, it's a bit like what I was saying on the live stream yesterday. They need, as more and more players are joining and making it popular, they need a qualifier for each new track that you want to join in the dailies. So you have to do so many laps within a certain delta and only be allowed to collect like no off tracks, a bit like they did in LFM for ACC, because the driving standards are atrocious the weekend. I mean, really bad. Yeah, Video Gamer Guy, it was through some of the races on LFM, I think, for ACC. I remember doing it. I had to do it to join one of Jardier's races that he put on. So this is qualifying. Damage is on. Seven minutes left, and then we're going into a 15-minute race. Oh, we got to spin it. Understeer, under gripping. Sakuga, yeah, literally everybody's complaining about the understeer. I'd be fascinated to hear what Daniel Mored, if it's true that he's had a hand in setting this car up, I'd be fascinated to hear what he's got to say about it in this version 1. So the only thing to do really, Sakuga, is lower the ABS to 7 or 8, I think it is. 7, I think. Move the brake bias backwards just 1 or 2 clicks, see how you get on with it, and then maybe tamper with the suspension. Miles off the pace.
27.98.
I can't even feel the ABS kicking in either. No, they had ABS kicking through the steering wheel in the GT3s. I can't even feel that. Well, at least we managed to get through Rouge and Radion with a bit of momentum. Well, the thing is, we don't know whether this is how he set it up or whether they backed off the settings so it's not too twitchy for the first week or two. All cars not race cars, but all cars on the road are made understeery for safety. I'm not braking correctly either at the moment because I can't feel the front end. But in all honesty, in version 1 of what isn't a cheap game, we shouldn't have the wrong car in front of us and have to manually refresh. Isn't that a leftover from RF2? Didn't RF2 used to do that? Oh, hello. So I want to soften the frontal, not just the anti-roll bar, but the suspension itself for some reason. I want it to dip and tip in. No! Go on, keep going, I'm on a decent time for me. Go on. I don't even know what car it's supposed to be in front. Beats me how that Porsche has graphics issues. I'm pretty certain it's a leftover issue from RF2 and you have to do a manual refresh. You have to set a keyboard shortcut and you hit it and everything, all the cars in the game refresh because there's another Porsche in front of it. Well, it's not really asking for it. It's something that's going to automatically happen by default. Because as you hit the brakes and realise you're on the brakes too late, you lock up, come off, try and turn, and you'll just go straight on into whoever's in front of you. Race cars are designed to rotate. And if they don't rotate, racing drivers complain. I mean, we're a hard bunch to please, racing drivers. We want everything. We want it to be a rocket ship in a straight line, and we want it to be as stable as anything under braking, and we want it to turn on the nose without any understeer, even though we haven't taken our foot off the throttle. Who'd want to be a race engineer? Oh dear. See, look. Full luck. And nothing's happening. I mean, once the tyres get to a temperature, nothing would happen anyway, but that is not much of an exaggeration of what's actually happening with this car. No wonder it's like, in most people's hands, a few seconds off the pace of somebody in a BMW or a Ferrari. Or even the Porsche, look, the Porsche's up there. That's why you leave the engineering to your... Has she got more patience than you, has she? Oh, where's it going? Come back. Well, I quite like how easy it was to set up the lobby. I know it's costing me money. That never goes down well. And it populated into the server list quite quickly. Really like the braking. I really like the sound. Quite happy with the graphics, but that's not high on my list anyway normally. Until I come to take photos for thumbnails. The physics are pretty damn good. The tyre model needs a lot more work. And the force feedback needs that extra bit of surface texture information. Hello. No, what was that? what was that? Hey mate, hello. Game name, LMU. If you don't rotate fast, you just need a road car. Hurt my fingers again. Right, Porsche very tricky on cold tyres, but decent once they warm. Yeah, this feels a little bit better when it's warm. It's so like, literally the only way I can explain it is butter. Once it starts going, that gone well. I tell you what, Sakuga, I had a horrific weekend in LMU. I took part in 7 races, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Finished 5. Had 1 good race where I finished 3rd. And the last race, number 7, I was leading for 15 minutes of the 20 minutes. And a damaged back marker harpooned me into turn 1 at Monza, into the first chicane. In fact, I think I had less than 5 minutes to go. And I had bug splats, I had freezes, going into races, going into quality. It's just like, come on. But there should be something that instigates an auto refresh of the cars once the people leave the garage. Why have I got to sit here and hit a button to make the cars look like they're supposed to? I'm frustrated today, as you can tell. Well, it didn't start well. During the live stream last night, this seat moved. And it was very weird the way it moved. And I've come in this morning to have a look underneath, and the bracket has broken. So only like the back end's connected and the front's connected. But the seat had shifted and slid because this bracket had snapped. And then I couldn't get the bolt out of the T-nut. So then I had to grind the bolt off the T-nut, leave the T-nut and the dead bolt in the frame because I can't get it out. And then I've had to manufacture my own metal bracket to replace the one that broke. So I was not spending way too much time. Well, when you click drive, it refreshed when you go out of the pits. Why is my game freeze for a while? Yeah, mine's got the ring of death, look. It starts in 43. What is going on? What? Why have we only got... I don't even know how much fuel we need. About, I don't know, something like that. It's going to have to do 30 seconds, everybody. I need to throw new tyres on as well. That's my fault. There's a setting in the lobby control. I forgot to sort it, sorry. Suspension, we're running out of time here. Spring rate. Pack... Where's the anti-roller? Oh, we ain't got time. Watch the time, everybody. Watch the time. And that's why it doesn't load them automatically when you're driving, because it just freezes and you crash. Yeah, but it should do it as you leave the garage and before you get out on the track. It should do an auto refresh. Well, good luck, everybody. I hope it goes well. I'm really banking on it going well, because I've had to buy 500 credits for this. I haven't used 500 credits, but I've had to buy 500 credits. That's the minimum that you can buy. And this 15-minute quali and 15-minute race has cost 25 credits, so it's not too bad. But you can't just buy 100 credits and have like 4 races. No, I mean, not when I leave the pits. I mean, when other cars, if somebody joins, as they leave the pit, the game should refresh. I got a half decent start for a change. No crashy in the back of me, thank you, everybody. Damage is on. Keep it clean. Hold tyres, everybody. Early warning. Hold tyres at the end of the Camel Straight, everybody. Early warning. Nice clean race breeze for the rest of the race. Oh, double shift up, what's that about? Fat fingers. Crikes, you need to ease off a little bit and make it look good for the camera. Uh-oh. Wow, that was an interesting tip as I went on the brakes. I mean, I went hard on the brakes. And again, too much rear bias. What's going on with it? I haven't touched it. Alright, Dusty. So, things that need to be fixed. We need a pre-qualification standard before entering any daily race or any track for the first time, like LFM used to do for ACC. We need proper refresh on the cars, so you're not looking at a track full of Porsche cars with weird liveries. We need the understeer dialing out of this Mercedes just a little bit, probably 10-15% in the default setup. We need it to stop overriding my Fanatec drive when I'm trying to drive a car. Uh-oh, he's gone. Where you going to end up? You need new tyres, you do now, mate. Oh, he's gone across the track. He's still locked up, so well done for staying on the brakes. Yeah, for this Mercedes, I found the safest way through Eau Rouge is back off before you get to the compression at the bottom of the hill, and then drive through the rest of the corner, or power through the rest of the uphill section. The car stays nice and stable then. I weren't doing that in the Ferrari, interestingly. I think I was on the power a lot earlier, but the balance of the car is different in the Ferrari. Mega understeer. Whoever can look after the front tyres on this Mert the best will do really well. Oh, another puff of dust. I think that should be a band name, shouldn't it? Puff of dust. Do I know when the AMS2 update drops? No, I don't. I know that the AMS2 closed beta updated late yesterday, and I updated it earlier today, but I haven't driven it yet. Hello, you can't park there, mate. I don't know what that contains. So far, the last time I drove the closed beta, we have 2 of the new cars, and they feel very... Sorry, 3 of the new cars. They feel very nice. But apart from that, I don't know. And I don't know when the Assetto Corsa Evo Tomato is dropping either. So, lift, drive, catch it. So there's still a bit of snap in the LMU cars. Hello. I'm live. Just to let you know. They can't hear you. You going for a run? Okie doke then. Okie doke. That was youngest grown-up daughter. Yeah, she's not used to me live streaming on a Wednesday. Just marched in, chatting to me. Right, what I'm going to say is with the ABS adjusted to slightly more towards the balanced setting, and with the brake bias push forwards one click from default, when you're really pushing it into a braking zone, the car feels so flat and then it starts moving and twitching around. Oh, the Porsche behind's having issues.
Lap time was a 2:24.59.
Oh, I'm sweating. Thank you so much for joining the stream, everybody. I'm sorry I was really frustrated at the start. But when you've tested things the day before, I didn't change the fuel here. Look at I've got more fuel than Craig, so he started on a lot as well. See the back end wanting to come round. I would hope to feel that a little bit more clearer and earlier as the weight transfer happens, but you don't feel the nose of the car dipping because there's not enough information on the front axle at the moment. He's gone. Oh, how I stayed on with the amount of understeer I had. Freebies! Oh, we like freebies. I would like to claim that as a nice clean overtake of the most impressive standard, and I've double shifted, so that negates the overtake that I was trying to claim. However, it's looking very promising for the next live stream on a Wednesday. We can have our hosted lobbies. We had enough drivers in here to make it worthwhile. We will do... just about got enough time for one more after this. And we'll do the Valkyrie. Where do we want to do the Valkyrie? What track do we want to go to? I mean, this would have been good for the Valkyrie. A good test track. Your family is concerned about, yeah.
Lap time was a 2:24.56.
So Cougar, Evo will take 5 or so years to get out of early. I don't think it will. It's just had a really rocky start, hasn't it? Because they completely missed what people were expecting. And it was my biggest fear. If you look back at a few of the live streams since Evo was announced, Evo, tomato, you'll see me like really stressing before the launch of the early access, praying that they didn't mess it up. And they didn't mess it up in a massive way, but it was big enough to like turn people away. If you look at the numbers on Steam, there's literally nobody playing it. That was me on the brakes for way too long as I turned it in just given away our podium. We've still got time to get it back from the BM though. Dirty tyres. Don't let me get away. Thank you for all the likes, everybody. You're very, very generous. Also, I think LMU is at that stage as well of trying to get realism, that I think just driving around like this, leaving the brake bias set where it is not how you do it. I think as the tyres change, as the track changes, you should be adjusting your brake bias and maybe even adjusting it for different corners. Why that back end's coming around, I'll never know. Let's send the brake bias forwards again. A bit of a slowdown on the server there. That BMW's got some legs. Right, that one click forward on the brake bias has brought a bit of stability under braking. It hasn't dialed out any of the understeer, as you can imagine. The weather looks in. Yeah, somebody on the live stream yesterday said that there might be rain for. Is it Saturday and Sunday? There might be some wet stuff falling, but we know what it's like at Spa, don't we? This turns into a waterfall. Let's hope it does rain for the race, because Silverstone was magnificent in the rain, and the result was interesting as well because of the rain. I've got my third place back as well. I don't know how I got through the gap. Oh, did you see? I'm gonna have to look back at the way I flinched. That was. Oh, this car's gone so twitchy. Somebody clip it. Oh no, I got the giggles now. Oh, that was incredible. Oh, this car is not happy. It's not happy on these tyres now. Oh, look at the way it's rotating under braking. It's like snagging the rear brakes or something. That's what it felt like. Oh dear. That was very entertaining from my seat. Had to lift. Dreaded understeer.
Time 2:25.17.
I hope they've gone. I don't want to do that again. I actually shut my eyes for a split second. Oh no, they're still there. Uh-oh. I am dripping with sweat as well. Oh, the BMW's got so much more speed through the cornery bits. That's technical, that is. Another little hiccup on the server there. Oh, second place man, he's low on energy and fuel. I think he's just about going to make it. Mercedes is squealing its tyres. Right, be smooth, don't drop it. Oh, the BMW stick to wheel in the gravel. Front left tyres worn. He's got slipstream. Oh, we just about defended that one. Oh yeah. What an incredible incident at the top of Radion onto the Camel Straight. That was hilarious. I'm going to have to watch that one back. Mr. Watton, I'll come in just as you're dripping with sweat. All good then. Yeah, you timed that well. Don't you know who I am? I shouldn't sweat. Anybody think I was related to royalty? You're liking it, are you, in the Porsche? Look how many DNFs there were. No. Oh, no. What was I saying yesterday on the live stream? I can't believe it. How many? Why? I mean, I feel bad, but also very good about my third place now. Right, let me set up the next one. You got it back. I'm not joking, Mr. One. I did seven daily races, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and that was kind of the average. It's a random lobby, so no repercussion. Yeah, I suppose so. But right, let me set up the next one. So let me change the cars. We're just going to drive the Valkyrie. Where shall we go? Has anybody got a suggestion? I can set it up for just the Valkyrie. Where shall we go in the Valkyrie? Somebody let me know. Skeets, good afternoon all. Hello. So where do we want to go in the Valkyrie? Somebody let me know. Sebring score. Alright, Slow, don't be funny. So some people hadn't fueled properly. Yeah, I didn't set. Let me see where that server configuration is. I didn't leave enough time before the start of the race. Gap between the game switching sessions. So if we have 90 seconds, a minute and a half, that should be okay. Right, done that. Come on, what track are we going to? Somebody let me know in chat. I am not doing Bahrain. I am not doing the other one, Qatar. I'm allergic to those. Imola. Says, yeah, we'll give it. Right. Overridden. Although I am tempted with no, I'm not tempted with that. I kind of fancy Sebring, but it's going to be the the Aston Martin just is really twitchy over the bumps. We've already done Monza. Yeah, let's do Imola. Right, let me just save all of those details. So we're doing the Aston Martin, 15-minute quali, 15-minute race. Dum ba dum 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 dum. Oh, why can't you do that? Ah, man. Well, that's not very good. I thought you'd be able to adjust the server that you just set up and then run it. But you can't request it, so I've got to set up a new one. Bear with me, everybody. Create a new race. Sim Racers Arms Pub. Select the track. Imola. Next step. Oh, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Hold your horses, everybody. Add a car class. Hypercar. Aston Martin only. Next step. No password. Public. Add a session. Yeah. Qualifying. 15 minutes. Wait time of 90 seconds. Time of day. We'll have qualifying nice and early in the morning. We'll have it dry. Then we'll have it overcast. Then we'll have it dry. Then we'll have it. We won't know whether we're coming or going. It's a bit slow and clunky, this bit, for some reason. Partly cloudy. Settings. Race client. 20 drivers. Short lap start. Everything else realistic. Driving assist. Tyres. Right, and then we need to add another session. We're going to add a race, and we need to do 15 minutes, and we need 90-second wait, and we're going to have it in the late afternoon. We're going to have dry track, clear. Oh. Then we're going to have mostly cloudy, clear. Mostly cloudy, and then light clouds at the end. Settings, 20 players, short lap, blah 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 blah. Save the race. Right, let me just check the race details again. YouTube at Sim Racers Arms Pub. 15-minute quay, 20-minute race. No, 20-minute race? I didn't say that. I said 15-minute race. Trying to steal credits off me. I saw you. Right, try that again. Right. Should be posting any minutes now. Right, I couldn't see chat while I was doing that, so bear with me. Alton Park, says Peter Smith. I just did AMS2 race. Now I smell petrol. Has there been an update? Oh dear. I've just seen that near miss again. No Donington. I don't think Matt knows that track. Coteries DLC for this game. Does it work if I set up the lobby and I have it? Come on, where are you? I know sometimes you have to come out of a menu and go back in for it to refresh properly. There we go. We're in. Oh, who's beat me to it? Crikes, of course. Alright, jump in the lobby. Let's go racing these AMRs. This will be definitely be the last one of the day, because I've got to go off and practice for the Slipstream Championship race a bit later. And I need to eat something as well before then. Thank you everybody for joining us. I really appreciate you being here. I believe Silverstone's coming next to LMU. Might need to do some practice. I don't really want to play with any of that. What did we do before? We took the Dave Academy, didn't we, before? And it didn't feel too bad. It was a little bit twitchy under braking. Right, here we go. Where are you racing in Slipstream? You know, I can't remember. I'll have to check. We're in the Caterhams, and it was a round that we missed. I think it's one of the Brazilian tracks that we're racing. It looks like I haven't got a cat and mouse chance of getting win this championship. It looks like Grumpy Old Fart, who races with us on a Tuesday and Thursday live stream, has been nice and I think this has some grunt. Yeah, he's been nice and consistent in the Caterhams. And I think he's too many points ahead now, going into the last race. He's done it again. I can feel it's different. Why is it doing that? Why is it overriding what I'm telling it to do in the Fanatec driver? And then the force feedback just had a bit of a glitch. Please go around the corners. I know your tyres are a bit chilly. Oh, feisty. Please go around the bendy bits. Oh, you don't want to be touching curbs in this Valkyrie. Please stop. Everything's cold. Hello, Rafa. How are you? How has been the 1.0? In the whole, it's definitely improved. It there's I especially like the new, well, the addition to the UI for the basic setup page. That is a really logical and sensible thing that they've done there. The tyre model is definitely more forgiving, but it's still twitchy, as you'll find out in a minute when me and the car behind me struggle to get around this hairpin on cold tyres. The new Mercedes AMG GT3 has got the most horrendous understeer and takes a lot of practice to get the best out of it in its current form. However, I think there's going to be enough complaints about it to have that changed. The Valkyrie sounds amazing, looks amazing, but isn't the quickest by any stretch of the imagination amongst the same class. Had a few kind of glitches and things with force feedback, a few hiccups in game freezes, only minor ones, micro stutters and stuff. But you really have to get the tyres warm to get the best out of this car. And they're nowhere near at the moment. Car behind tried to follow me through at the same pace. There's a issue with the gravel. The gravel isn't gravel, it's tarmac. There's an issue with the grass. Ooh. It's not grass, it's tarmac. There's an issue with, in my opinion, on my setup, that whenever you go into any kind of slide, understeer, lock up, it's like being on a butter surface. I still think I've got the brake pressure too high.
That time was a 1:37.98.
Right, I do like the balance of the tyres. There's still enough twitchiness when you're really pushing to make you think about what you're doing. I can't get stopped. I just keep locking up and I can't feed it. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. It's still got the R Factor 2 glitch where it doesn't load up the cars properly. When other people join the lobby, they come in as a default Porsche with a default livery. I don't see why that's still a thing. Not this day and age. Still not braking properly. Me, not the car. But I will point out all of the good and all of the bad equally as I do in AMS2. Because unless people talk about it, people are going to have a shock when they get in and it does something weird and go, why is nobody else talking about this? So there we go, there's a default car. That could be anything. That has to be a Valkyrie, but because the timing of when they loaded into the lobby, it's loaded up as Porsche. But it's not a Porsche. Oh, I got that wrong. We were 7/10 up at the start, weren't we? The Valkyrie's a little bit twitchy over some of the curbs. Not too bad here at Monza. It really doesn't like some of the curbs at Monza, and it really unsettles the car. I'm so off the pace. Mind you, I got a full tank of fuel when I started. Well, I didn't think he was going to make that somehow. I haven't been that slouchy on the brakes, to be honest with you, mate. Oh. Crikes, he's loving it. Now, once you've spent a bit of time in it, I mean, not sure how many laps I've done now, but I'm starting to understand it a lot better now. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to control the back end swing like that yesterday when I first drove the car. Just this nondescript understeer that you get. So I can almost play with the car now and get it to drift and do things. It's not the quickest way of driving it, but I'm having fun. Thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. Wow, we've done really well on the likes today for a short live stream. And I know I'm up against a lot of really big live streamers who've been streaming pretty much non-stop for the last 2 days, because a lot of them had early access to version 1. Is it me, Crikes, or is it dealing with the curbs a bit better on this track? It might be just me imagining it. It felt lovely instantly. Well, you've got a lot more experience on LMU than me. And you live in the Matrix anyway, so it would have spoke to you a lot quicker than it speaks to me. See, there's a big glitch there again. See, last week I wouldn't have caught that. So there's and it was still hard to catch. But the brakes in the LMDHs and the LMP cars have never given me the confidence that the GT3s give me, and that's understandable because these haven't got any ABS. Woohoo! Oh look, there's a Valkyrie disguised as a Porsche behind. I've got a major flat spot.
You can't park there, Dave.
Oh, where are you going? I thought you was going the other side of me. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Don't hit him. Rafa! Matt, can you pass by the cameras in the game? As yeah, hang on. So you got this view, which I'm not quite sure. I think that's nose cam or just in front of the windscreen. That one's definitely nose cam. Then you got internal. So them are the options you've got. 70 races online. Not that. Yeah, I hate this. I hate this rolling on gravel. Literally, I cannot cope with that. I'm in neutral. I'm in a gravel trap. It's called a gravel trap for a reason, you know. Hood and bumper cams, yeah. How do you like this gravel trap, everybody? I need your honest opinions on the gravel traps. Look, I'm in neutral, 6 miles an hour. The hood one, at least on the Aston, seems not to show much. No, it doesn't. I think the camera's just behind that silver antenna. And there's no detail on the grass when you're rolling over the grass either. The car's bouncing all over the place, but you're getting nothing through it. Look, force feedback is doing absolutely nothing. The other cameras are pretty bad. You won't like them. Are they terrible? Are they? Yeah, that's a weird one. That is. Oh, that is like you're sitting in a wheelchair with an aerial in front of you. I mean, you can see exactly where you need to place the car. Nose cam. I can't drive like this, I'm afraid. You watch, I'll probably be better now. Doesn't seem to be running very smooth either in this camera. Sorry everybody, I'm holding you up.
Lap through 20.91.
I mean, it's having to process a lot more graphically in bump cam. How much fuel do we need, Craig? So I've not took any notice of the lap times. 15 minutes. What's that, about 12 laps? We'll take plenty. Yeah, I think it's going to be between 12 and 13 laps, depending on how we get on. I think I was still a bit heavy on the old brake pressure. I won't be able to stop now, will I? I'll do that. Right, I've made us wait a minute and a half before we move to the next to the race, I should say. My brain is failing me now. What's the time? 6 o'clock. Oh dear. So yeah, as always, I will always be completely honest and balanced about the stuff that we try. I will give you the good, the bad and the ugly. There is no other way of delivering some of this stuff. Darren, how are your credits lasting? Done 2 races so far, so I used 50 credits. Right, the race is up, everybody. Just check your settings and everything. I forgot to do my new tyres. I would have had a slidey time otherwise. They're supposed to be updated. That's supposed to be changing, so it automatically selects new tyres for the race. That's what I heard. Heard a rumour. Where are... Oh, excuse me. Where are... Anti-roll bar is there. I'm just going to go down 1 on the roll bar. Right. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's have a nice, clean race. Let's have more finishers than we did in the last race. Did you see the last one, Darren? Yeah, that's how many DNFs we had, Darren, in the last race. That was 25 credits. Well, I mean, I had a good race. Crikes had a good race. Everybody at the front had a good race, but a few people dropped out because of fuel. There was one almighty crash at the top of Eau Rouge ready onto the Camel Straight. And I went between the two parked cars, which was highly entertaining. I did flinch. That's more people DNFing than we've ever had in AMS2. Just an observation, don't start. I'm only doing this race, Darren, because I've got to get ready for the Slipstream AMS2 Championship. Who's going in? Why are they going in the pits? Is that a cheat? Do they know something we don't? Oh, I nearly got a speeding penalty then. Oh, here we go. Brace yourselves, everybody. Oh! Oh! I'm the meat in the sandwich. Nice and clean, nice and clean, nice and clean, nice and clean, nice and clean. Oh, well caught, whoever that was. Oh! Hello. No, 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 no. I can't do that, mate. No. Wing off. Damage. Suspension damage. No wing is really hard. It was hard enough as it was. Oh, we're going to have to pick for repairs. Why did he try and hang it round the outside in that chicane? There was literally no way he was going to do that, and he was on the back foot because he was recovering from a spin. You would never drive out of the gravel in a Valkyrie uphill in a gravel trap. Okay, I think they have damage as well. Right, no rear wing. Just as a reference for you, you can't use more than 50% throttle. And you certainly can't touch the brakes on the downhill section. Ow. Got me. I only want to get to the pits. It's not much to ask. Ah, dear. Race 1 was definitely better. We could go into invincible for the next one. Crikes is running away at the front again, look. Crikes went with full fuel as well. So what's that? 57. Why is it putting fuel in? What? No, 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 no. None. So why is it saying 60 seconds for fuel? Can I go? I've just ripped a wheel off. Oh no, I was having a drink. Oh dear, back to my pit box. What did you do on the live stream? I played in the pit lane. I had so much fun. Oh god, 9-point turn because this is like 16 meters long. Will it serve me again? No, I've got to do a lap on one wheel. There's my... Can I pick it up and take it back to the pits? Oh, what a disaster. Right. Invincible is the next week's.
Time for 22.48.
There we go. 4-minute lap, everybody. Yeah, proud of me. Let's see how it drives on 3 wheels. Oh, it's sparky. Yeah, it does not slow. Yeah, straight across the gravel as if it doesn't exist. Can't feel a thing on the grass. There's definitely things that need updating and improving in LMU. This is not. I'm sorry, fans of LMU, but this is not a 1.0 release. Another spinner at the hairpin. Yeah, it doesn't do those corners. That wheel missing is quite crucial for going around right-hand corners. Oh, the car's digging in the gravel now, is it? So you have to have a wheel missing for the gravel to act like gravel. I am very frustrated today. Hello. Tripoding. Oh, come here. I'm gonna get a speeding. I'm gonna get a drive-through now because they couldn't get the car stopped. That's the end of my race. Well, we've got 7 minutes, and we've got what? 4 minutes, nearly 5 minutes of pit time. Shall we just sit here in awkward silence? Hang on. So what do you want to talk about? Do you come here often? We're just under halfway through the repairs. Skeets, just try the Valkyrie. It's super powerful. It is like once the tyres warm up to close to their operating temperature, it's not bad. The grip level changes quite remarkably. It's a fun car once you got the hang of it. So basically, to make this work for the live stream, we need invincible and no track cuts and no fuel usage. So basically, AMS2. Just tried Bahrain and I ran over some curves. My wheel tried to rip my shoulder. Yeah, I've done that thumb and I've done that finger so far today. 30 seconds to go, everybody. At least I'm fuel saving. You didn't tell me I was in reverse. When did I put it in reverse? I never put it in reverse. What the hell? When did it go in reverse? Oh no. Oh. I only had my right hand on the steering wheel. How can I put it in reverse with holding the... Oh. So I've got a drive-through for speeding in the pits. Shall we have an even longer awkward silence?
Lap 154.72.
I've just travelled down the pit lane in second gear and it went into neutral. What? I must be the most unlucky sim racer, content creator, with all the issues I've had with LMU, or not everybody is telling the entire truth about LMU. Yeah, I have a stop and go. I thought it was a drive-through. I didn't realise until I got to the end of the pit lane. At this point in time, Skeets, I don't give a damn at the moment. I'm quite prepared for the disqualification, to be honest. I tell you what, if Project Motor Racing comes out with any issues like this, they're going to be in trouble. However, on the flip side, if they come out with a fully polished game that only needs the occasional very rare bug fix, then they will wipe the floor with everybody in the sim racing industry. JJ, hello. How are you? I'm sitting here just as frustrated as I was over the weekend, if I'm completely honest. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 DNFs. Of a field of 15, so that's 30+% again that haven't finished. Right, next week we'll do LFM. We'll do LMU again next week, but I am gonna change things. I am gonna have Invincible on because people just aren't able to drive, and I don't see why it should start spoiling everybody's race. Effectively, we will be running an AMS2 lobby, but in LMU. Next week. Slow, do you mean how they release Project? Well, this is it. This is the thing, isn't it? That's what they've got to be really careful with. But if they do nail it, like this should have nailed it, and Assetto Corsa Evo should have nailed it. If they do get it like 95% there on the day of release, they will wipe the floor with everybody. And in all my honest opinion, as I sit here, and I know it sounds harsh, I think they bloody well deserve it if they do nail it. But how am I sitting there in the pits, having work done on the car? I'm sitting there in first, and when they drop it on the floor, it goes in reverse. Are they simulating errors with the gearbox to that degree? How is it when I do a drive-through, or thought I was doing a drive-through, and I get to the end of the pit lane, it dumps it in neutral when I'm tootling down the pit lane in gear? Why are we leaving the garage and having cars run into us? When you can't, in an LMP car and an NMDH car, you can't see if a car's coming. There's nothing visible on the track map. And if you're in a daily race trying to get your rankings up and they run into you, you're going to lose points for that. Why can you just roll across the gravel? Why is there no sensation when you're driving across the grass in the force feedback that you're actually off a smooth tarmac? Why have we got no information when we're going into understeer in the Mercedes? Why has nobody else talked about any of this? I literally don't understand. Unless everybody's got a really heavy vested interest in LMU, others have got to have doubted. I'm not the only person who's had these issues. I can't be. The thousands of people are playing, and we've just seen the amount of DNFs in 2 races. That was one race. This was the first proper race we did. Paid for lobby. And these images I'm showing you, I've got the same from the weekend. But nobody's talking about it. And it doesn't make any sense. How are we going to have a good experience if nobody's talking about it? All of the sims are taking money from people, and they need to be held accountable for the things that are still wrong in the sim racing titles. And that goes for AMS2, for everything. If it was any other business model, they'd be out of business by now. I couldn't run a business. I've run businesses, I've run multiple businesses over the years. But I don't understand why nobody's talking. Are they afraid to talk about it? Or is it because they got in early, got their licenses to a level where they only compete at elite levels? If they are only showing elite races, that is not a realistic portrayal of what 95% of people are going to be doing with any of the sims. Watch the stream replay. Your zoom de-zoom button on your camera is bound to the downshift. I don't think it is. John, the only problem I've had that you mentioned was the Mercedes force feedback. It's been completely fine for me, but maybe I'm an outlier. Well, the thing is, John, there's so many thousands of people playing it on a daily basis, and literally that is typical of the 7 races I did over the weekend in the daily races. Now, one of the splits I was in split 12 of 22 splits, and that's the average. Times that by 12, how many people are getting cheesed off? But yeah, it's just expensive. It's just expensive to do all of this, and there's so many bugs, and this is version 1. And I know things have got to be ironed out. I know things have got to be improved over time. But it's not like this is their first outing. Okay, I'll load up this. I won't do a race, I'll just do a practice. You were in first. Zoom, and then went to neutral and de-zoom. Still better than our license in high racing. I think you don't even. Well, I did drive it, but I didn't get involved in any of the daily races. Somebody please try the van wall. Well, why have I to marry with the van wall? Just a really, really frustrating Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and a Wednesday. Nothing's happening when I'm changing gear, crikes. Nothing's happening, crikes. I'm not touching anything other than I was. And what happened when I got to the end of the pit lane when I was doing nothing other than that? I'll watch the stream back, see if I can work it out, but nothing's happening while I'm in the pits. I must be the only special one that gets this treatment from LMU. I'm the only one. Am I the only one talking about it? Probably. Why did it change my fan attack settings? So it feels great through that section, this car does. Can hear the lockup, can't feel it. All it's doing is changing gear, crikes. So all it's doing is changing gear, crikes. Yeah, if you're quick enough, crikes, and you're up there with the more experienced boys, and they all drive decent. But like I say, that I saw a couple of comments on Facebook over the weekend on different LMU groups that were complaining about the silver class. They did a van wall only event on April Fool's Day. That's how slow it is. The zoom button on the camera stream. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, that's a weird one. Ah, I thought you meant it was zooming in when I was changing gear, crikes. Sorry, I misunderstood. That answers it. Oh wow, okay. I can change gear with the camera buttons, can I? Well done, crikes. I like that you spotted that. Oh, I'll let you off. That's one. What about all the others? Oh, man. Right. You guys have been awesome. I'm worried about the lack of communication about some of the issues around all Sims, not just this. You know I'm a fanboy of all Sims, and you know I will always be honest about what I find and when I find it. And not everybody's going to like it. However, because I do the live streams, you can see it happening for yourselves. Now, apart from the gear shift, which just happened to be one of those weird coincidences that the buttons are mapped you've seen a long list of things that is an issue that needs sorting, especially as we're in 1.0. Right, we will be back for AMS2 partying tomorrow. We'll be doing our usual Thursday format. Please join me tomorrow for open lobby. Yes, open lobby with no DNFs. Maybe some rage quitting, but no DNFs. Next week we'll do LMU again. Hopefully I'll have a better experience with it up on the runt of Wednesday next week. We will be changing the format of the server to make it so people have a better race. We will make adaptations so that people have a good race. Yeah, the race at Spa in the Mercedes, that was a fun race. We had fun there. Just got destroyed in the third corner at Imola, and then all the other problems. But anyway, we've highlighted a few things that needed highlighting. I've got it out of my system for now. I'm going to go off and have something to eat and drink before the 7 o'clock start for the championship. You guys have been awesome. You know what I'm going to say next, don't you? Take care of yourself so you can look after those around you. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sorry I had a rant. Thank you for letting me get it off my chest. Until the next one. See you, everybody. Bye.